to action item 3.1, the consideration recommendation for the high school reserve sinking fund. I'd make a motion to table that till further clarification and review at this time. And maybe
Second.
even, can I just say, I'd like to table that to May 10th when we bring back the other recommendations, just to have the staff talk with the Bond Advisory Commission and see what might be more palatable, if you will, and just take a really look at that. Because I just kind of didn't want to do a table. I don't think that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to bring it back May 10th. Not the table part. I want to do like what we're doing to the others. Sorry. I'm learning my parliamentary here. I want to bring that back separately, May 10th, with further collaboration, separate from the other items, because we've already got the superintendent's recommendation that most likely he's in support, and the staff will be in support of that. The other one's kind of a sticky wicket. So why can't I? No, I can make a motion to bring that back with further clarification, just like the others. This is going to be separate, standalone, all by itself is what I'm trying to do here.
Madam President, I think you want to
withdraw my table motion and bring back the motion to bring this back separate and independent of the other motion that we previously made. I'll get it. May 10th, with a little bit more discussion about what that verbiage is, what that looks like, because there are other items that are definitely earmarked for construction in the district. So I think we need to talk about that. So actually, that's my motion. Make that motion to bring that back.
Okay.
And with a second.
I'll second that.
Any further discussion? Member Hoy? Please vote. And that's passed 5-0. Thank you. And
one thing I found rather disappointing, and you should also, is this very issue was sent back after the special meeting to staff to work out a compromise, to bring it back at this meeting, the language that you could live with or vote on. So what this is saying to the folks in Alpine is you didn't even care enough to work out language as per your own direction. I think that's a sad comment. Understanding that as of the last meeting, you had directed staff to negotiate it and to come back and give you language on this item number 1 that you could vote for. So apparently that hasn't been done. I encourage Mr. Chairman.
Just one other side comment more on behalf of staff. Mr. Price twice referred to item 1 being given to staff, and the staff was directed to provide a recommendation. That is absolutely not true. I'm the one who made the motion, and the motion was for 2 through 5 to be sent to staff. I think it was Ms. Schreiber that made the motion simply that this would be back on the agenda this month. So staff was not directed to do anything and was not required to provide any recommended language for this item. So that was simply not true, and I want to affirm that the staff has done everything that the board has asked and been extremely accessible and responsive to everything that I've both asked individually and been directed by the board. And it concerns me that, frankly, it is not the board, at least up till now, that has created this as more of a wedge issue. It has been, I'll call it hyperbole. I'm not going to talk about promises or anything along those lines, but hyperbole to beat on the staff as somehow not caring because they didn't provide us language. That is patently not true. They were not given that directive. They simply did what they were told. And so I want to affirm that the staff has done everything that we've asked and has done a commendable job of it. And I think it is inappropriate, counterproductive to imply otherwise.
Board Member Schreiber, what is your position on your motion?
I think I made my motion, and I believe that Member Schild, staff, and I have had conversations about the language in number 1. We had talked about it, and it wasn't a matter of just bringing it back tonight. It was a matter of wordsmithing it to bring it back and see what was going to be doable. And I talked to Scott on a couple occasions on this, and part of what